I'd love to hear that. Okay. I feel very supported.
Yeah! Woo!
Alright, this is my channel. I tried to make a pun there under the HTTP.
Yeah!
Okay.
Megumi!
Okay, this is an excerpt of my piece. I'll just start reading it. Oh, my name's Megumi. Every time we upload a file to a server, it takes up space. Hot data, or data that's accessed often, is stored on solid-state drives, SSDs, which have the fastest read time. This essay, which is being written in a Google Doc, would be considered hot data, if the file is updated each time I edit the word complicated. As data cools down and is accessed less often, it can be ported to hard disk drives, HDDs, and eventually magnetic tape cartridges. At the time of this writing, magnetic tape is still the cheapest long-term archival cold storage option. Back in the 1950s, computers were primarily used by banks, insurance companies, and the U.S. Census Bureau to run mathematical computations on data sets. Each reel of tape stored at most a few megabytes of data, the equivalent of a single JPEG photo. Today we have closed cartridges instead of open reels, which means there is no longer danger of damaging film by touching it. The latest generation is called LTO-9 and can store 45 terabytes of data per cartridge. That's 200,000 iPhone photos at an estimated 5 megabyte each. Considering how many people use Google Photos for backup and how much storage that requires, it's clear why cloud providers are looking for the cheapest possible solution. Purchasing a single 2G LTO Ultium tape at retail prices costs $84.95, which works out to $1.89 for 1 terabyte. This is much cheaper than other mediums like flash or optical storage, and it's on track to get even cheaper. According to a roadmap released by the LTO program technology provider companies, each new generation of LTO tapes will double storage capacity, with LTO-10 estimated at 90 terabytes per cartridge. LTO stands for Linear Tape Open Format, which references the linear nature of the tape reel. The pickup head doesn't move. Rather, the tape film moves back and forth, so you can find the data you see. It's just like rewinding a VHS tape so you can watch a movie scene again. Because of the time needed to position the tape, accessing LTO data takes longer than flash storage, like SSDs. So while LTO tape is cheap, it's also slow, and it lasts no more than 15 to 30 years, requiring frequent replacement. If the holy grail of data storage is a medium that's fast, cheap, and long-lasting, that is yet to be realized. But researchers are trying. Today, there are attempts to store data on DNA, for example, a medium that would last much longer than tape and have a greater possibility of being decoded by future civilizations. Meanwhile, with Project Silica, Microsoft is researching a long-term alternative that would write data on silica glass plates. Deputy Lab Director Anne Berstrom has said that primitive peoples have better success with cave paintings and hieroglyphics than we have storing content for the future. Growing up in the 90s, I remember the death of sites like GeoCities, Ancient Fire, and Senga, and all the content we collectively lost. I remember the shift from movies on VHS tape to DVD to Blu-ray to streaming. The high cost of adapting to each update and the hardware that filled landfills after becoming obsolete. Even in 2019, MySpace lost over 50 million songs uploaded from 2003 to 2015 during the server migration gone wrong. In 2022, Donna Kearney, a resident of Fresno, California, bought what she believed were blank VHS tapes from a thrift store, but found that they contained footage of a couple and a newborn baby. Instead of recording over it, she searched for the original owners of the video, going as far as contacting the VHS conversion company, whose name was in the footage. She told her local news station, "I just thought this belonged to somebody." When I imagine a story like this unfolding at a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services, I can't see them treating a found document with nearly as much care. They have too many files they need to keep online. Identifying the owner of a wayward home movie isn't scalable. For our most precious memories, we should seek longevity as the North Star, and we should keep our data close. Think of a wallet with a fold-out section full of photographs of loved ones. What data should we keep in our back pockets? This is not to suggest that everyone should go off the path. I've tried to de-Google my life many times, but for me it comes at too high a price. Losing the ability to collaborate with peers, schedule calendar events with friends, or even access documents. Instead, I'd like to propose that we carve out a new space for precious documents we would like to preserve even if the cloud wasn't around. Do the curatorial work to keep our data fresh. Export your Are.na channels. Recording of websites that you like to supplement the work of the Wayback Machine. Prune your hard drives from time to time. Convert files to long-lasting formats like JPEG, PDF, or JSON. Capture and archive the interfaces, docs, and documents created in software systems that are always changing. There's an aphorism that once you put something online, it's there forever, but this is proving to be less and less the case. And as we see with magnetic tape storage, the cloud is very much a material thing, backed up by hardware and maintained in sprawling facilities with a real and growing environmental cost. These conditions call for us to be more discerning about the caliber of memory we record. Instead of acting like a cloud storage provider and putting everything in cold storage, let's keep our most treasured memories warm.
Yeah!